We pledge love and loyalty to we country salo. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salo. We not for make this country fall. Mama salo. We let we salo. This we land we love. We not for make and fall.
Sierra Leone is indeed a land rich in natural resources, including diamonds, gold, bauxite, and rutile, along with a vast potential for agriculture and fisheries. However, the shadows of its past, most notably the brutal civil war from 1991 to 2002, continue to haunt the nation. The war, fueled by corruption, economic disparity, and the infamous blood diamonds, left deep scars on the social, political, and economic fabric of the country. The politics of grievance, characterized by deep-seated resentment and divisions along ethnic, regional, and partisan lines, remains a dominant force in Sierra Leone's political landscape. These grievances often stem from historical injustice, perceived marginalization of certain groups, and the legacy of corruption and nepotism in government. As a result, the political discourse and interactions in Sierra Leone are frequently charged with mistrust and antagonism, impeding efforts to build a unified national identity. This fractured political climate has significant implications for nationhood and development. The continuous cycle of blame and counter-blame between political parties has diverted focus from more critical developmental policies and reforms. Public institutions struggle with inefficiency and corruption, further eroding citizens' trust in the government. Consequently, national unity remains elusive, with regional and ethnic loyalties often taking precedence over a collective national identity. The lack of a cohesive national vision undermines development efforts, as political instability discourages foreign investment and disrupts long-term planning. Social cohesion is also compromised, with communities remaining divided along political and ethnic lines. For Sierra Leone to progress towards true nationhood and sustainable development, it is essential to address these historical grievances, promote inclusive governance, and foster a political culture that prioritizes national interests over partisan gain.
Yes, me fumble them. Una good evening, una good afternoon, good morning, wherever una day. Afirma mi na piari sekeno. Fonesia. Aua kauyena. Today, we dey come look at an issue wey very, very important wey Sierra Leoneans seem not for the notice. But before I dey go into the issue or start the issue, I want to tell the public with a view we say, my co-host go come a little bit later today. We get some personal business we make it not able to join we at this time. Today I can look at something we don't dey talk about now over and over, but people then seem not for they understand. Before I begin discuss the issue, I want to ask some questions. What it make it so difficult or impossible for make a small country with a population less than the population of most cities in the world not able to sit down and think together, act together, work together? Is God against us in Sierra Leone? If God is not against us, then we need to ask, why are we not able to work together as a team? Why are we not able to work together as a people? Why are we not able to work together as people of the same blood? When you look at Sierra Leone, across the board, you see people them will get the same origin, the same surnames, the same place of abode, the same culture. We food na the same across the country. We dress na the same across the country. The way we they build our houses na the same across the country. The place names them is almost the same across the country. And there is specifically a name that you find in every district, if not every chiefdom in Sierra Leone. That name Sumbuya. That they tell we something about who that we be. But when you look at Sierra Leone, we are so divided that we need to ask, what in do we divide so? Who that responsible? Who responsible? Now that they can't try for discuss today. Let we see how we can go forward. Also, God no like we. Now we the people not like we self. We not like we self because we get a closeted mentality. Everybody they look for your personal gain. Well, if you want your personal gain, form your own republic. But if you say you're in a republic with other people, then work together with people. One thing we Sierra Leoneans get for take a look at, and I'm sure most of you who go school, we read that book what they call Treasure Island. Long John Silver had all the gold and silver and rubies and whatever you can think of in a cast box. In one night in there on the island. But he was a wretched man. He not get good clothes. He did live like pauper, but he get all that wealth. Look at Sierra Leone today. How far are we from this Long John Silver mentality? Everybody want for kapu kapu. Yes, we able kapu kapu. And if we camp and kapu kapu, sometimes the intelligent ones are able kapu kapu pass boku. But why is it that we all not able to work together? What's wrong with we? This, we get for examine them, we get for take them seriously. And as Sierra Leone they so right now, some things then they happen at the country where they indicate say the major political parties then they covertly connive against the populace of the country. And these major political parties then get international covert groups them where they aid them for do all waiting and they do so. Today, we can look at what we call the emergence of a political oligarchy in Sierra Leone. You see, we not the same we not forget rich people in our society. We not the same we not forget powerful people in our society. What we they say now is, if you are in that class that can be rich and powerful, you get to look at the humanity in you. Look at the other people down there. Create avenues for make themselves able get them daily bread. Would I able work with in daily bread and use the intelligence? If you get for rise up, don't stop them. Let them join you up there. That's what society should be about. That's what community mentality is about. Helping out each other, not creating barriers for each other. Why is it that in Sierra Leone, some people feel say that they no more get rights to money and power, that others should be under them? Usa we pull that mentality there. If we say we are a civilized people, why can't we think about methods of changing that mentality? That we open up the economy for everybody for get access for make wealth. If we say we are a civilized people, why can't we open up our mentality that will make access for make everybody get equal opportunity and make equal profit according to your own talent and your own effort? Why is it that always before they sell we birthright for Cocoa Ebena Salon? If we go back into history, we go see a lot of actions that happen in that country where before create wealth for the people, but a few people then take them, they make them into personal gains at the detriment of the majority. And at the end of the day, then few people Yahweh make them here for personal gains. They themselves did not gain much. This is why today, by and large, the economy of Sierra Leone is controlled by foreigners. We make Sabi, Mr. Smart, Mrs. Smart. We take we resources, we take we potentials, we get away to people them. We own brother them, we not bring them near for make we all walk. We own sister them, we not bring them near for make we all walk. This mentality, now we translate, we call them politics. That's not politics. That's greed and selfishness at the highest level. Politicians can be criminals, they can be crooks. But when greed and selfishness take over politics, then it becomes dangerous for the state. And that's what we are doing in Sierra Leone. All over the world, politicians are people with questionable intentions. But because certain countries then get established ethical and moral standards, there is checks and balances. People not they go out of the way for behave as if to say they are the cousins of God. People are not they go out of the way for behave as if to say they own the land. The ownership of that geographical area that we call Sierra Leone. If that demographic figure that we are given, that we are 8 point something million people is correct, then the ownership of Sierra Leone is to 8 point something million people. Maybe we can take and say, okay, for every district, because of the traditional systems, the ownership of the land belongs to them people within that district. But when it comes to the totality of that geographical area called Sierra Leone, the ownership belongs to everybody. And so therefore, everybody should have equal opportunity and equal rights. Nobody should be bullied by use of impunity. Then we call that government. When the state is run by impunity, it's not government. It's something else. And what in that they do for the state, it make the majority of the people who participate in the development of the state, then they lay back and say, well, now the one and they before, let them do things and sabi, let them do how they do. We're not able to do nothing. You cannot fight government. 64 years after independence, we are still grappling. We are still fighting. We are still cursing. Botswana got independence in 1966. Botswana is in the desert, the Kalahari Desert. Botswana has only one key resource where they have open diamonds. But because they were ready to work as a nation, and they have the same traditional system like us, and get chieftaincy, then get all the other things they will get. They get different tribes. Because they were ready to work together, today Botswana is the most stable country in Africa. We almost get the same size. They have gone far ahead of us. We all tell them and cause them vet. They will gladly and tap the bargain. It is the most stupid thing we are doing. The Sierra Leonean will be happy to run from his country, can't sit down other man country, work there all in life, develop other man country. Then when he ready for die, he go back in country for go let them go bury him. We have to stop this stupidity. We can stop it. And we don't have to use war to stop stupidity. We only have to begin to use our God-given image, your mind, your ability to distinguish and think. Why is it that a few people for connive, for mislead we country, they would sit down they dance for them? We call them political parties. There was a time I was a member of a political party in Sierra Leone. But I want to Sierra Leoneans get and clear say, at this material moment, everything I do or say is about Sierra Leone, not a political party. Because the political parties in Sierra Leone have not shown any semblance of being leaders and drivers of development. What they have shown for some of us who understand what is going on is that they are leaders of selling us cheap. And they come, they make blind and covert arrangements them for we mineral resources. After years where they don't go rogue with themselves, then can now begin misbehave, they talk all over the place. They want with sympathy. Hey, the white man is not allowing us to develop our resources. Why is the Bears Consolidated not misbehaving in Botswana? Why? I want answers from Sierra Leoneans. The Bears Consolidated was 24% shareholder in Sierra Leone's Electoral Trust that mined diamonds in Sierra Leone up to 1975. Why are they not imposing on Botswana? Instead, Botswana is getting 50% royalty for their diamonds in a company that is jointly owned by Botswanans as well as the Bears, that is called Botswana. Why? Because Botswanans are not cheap. We are cheap. We not get integrity. We they sell with birthright for Kukwebe. We then come, we begin make noise. Some they use them for cheap popularity. Let them feel say, now I get sympathy for the people. When these companies close down and go, the people they always then be employed, they go unemployed. It happened several times in Sierra Leone. SLST and Delco closed 1975. For years, the people they have been the opener then companies, then they then go bankrupt, then go poor because they lost their jobs. Sierra Rutai, people that don't work there all their life. At the end of the day, they not get benefit. Marampa mines, people that don't work there most of their life. At the end of the day, they not get benefit. Tonko Lily, we know thing they happen there. Now we see Koidu Holdings, they close down. And everybody is busy on social media justifying and defending what was not properly done. If Sierra Leoneans don't control their emotions, if they don't control that egoistic way of looking at life, Sierra Leone is doomed. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. Famule mina kabo, una kushe, plenty aduto ina all. Na wonesi awana ya wisie, mami no seke nungo, sukuri nuto, yet again pajalo. I tell you, thank you. The topic where you pick today, this oligarchy, where they go on, we don't brew, we don't contaminate with society. So man would wonder what he mean by oligarchy. Oligarchy in a way you get a society where they rule by few. When a few people and they control the resources, they control everything. But they chosen few, then born them better pass everybody else. Nobody else no matter. Like very unequal society. Not in the judge, not in the jury, not in the jailer. We are just there, surviving. Then they leave fat cats. You see, a glady women like you tie the belt where you tie. You tie them not to because of personal vendetta, not to because of personal benefit, not because you don't see and understand what they go on at the country as it is. And that's what they try for make we brother and sister them for a visit, for see. You know, we get a society where one love for pizza, one love for cocoa, one love for manja, one love for atatu, one love for jibao, one love for kanye. That is not how it should be. Now, we country, majority people in that country, they're not Muslim. The Prophet Muhammad, he last advice we talk to the people. He said, make nobody, no make anybody misuse you. And likewise, you said, not misuse anybody. That is, he try to tell people and say, you have to stand up for what is right. You don't sit there to be trampled upon like carpet grass. Mash you for be potopoto, like how they mass potopoto for turn and to block.
I want to let you go to the Christian way with them say because they're back in the Bible.
Yes, sir. Only book them.
Jesus say, do unto others as you
like them to do. Yes, that the golden rule. He said, don't oppress and don't allow anyone to oppress you. Prophet Muhammad said that with clarity. Where are the Muslims? Where are the Christians? Where are you all sitting there being abused by a few? By a few. They don't get empathy. They don't get feeling for una. They're not interested in una. Una they sit down, then they misuse una. If anybody use anybody, you whether they use now, you give the person permission. Because you have feelings. You're not a firewood. You're not a fireside. You're not a log of wood. You get feeling. And when you get feeling, you for respond to stimuli. But if you sit down there, you come in mortal man, they misuse you like a log of wood. He chop you when he wants, he pleat you when he wants. There is an African adage. They say the axe where they chop, they forget, but the tick no they forget. Why would not your chip they forget? Why would not they allow people them over and over for decades? Then they turn una like fufu. Then they give una agidi when una open the leaf. Na poto they inside. How long? Look at the state of the country, 7 rivers. Una no get water for the king. Look at a country now, anybody will get sickness. Now social media that they put them for ask people and for income for them. We say we get government. What is the use of a government if the government don't do their job?
No, I don't know.
Then when they talk about governance, then I see something where make I want throw up. Then they talk about colloquium. What's in a colloquium? That's in a meeting. Then they use them big term them. For make una feel say them sabi book. Ordinary meeting. Then they call colloquium. Then they use all kind of jargon for foolish una. They know they feed una, but then they use big English. Then they make una bell full. Una sit down there.
Mr. Toure,
Yes, sir.
now that you don't come with this word colloquium, before they go further,
Yes, Daddy.
you can clear to people them. A colloquium now a meeting of academics or informed people where they go present some new knowledge in a paper form or an article form. When the person do the presentation, it is open for members present to argue, to critique, or to defend. That's the exact meaning of the word colloquium. That word was misused. Quiet.
This is the society where we did, me brother. Una sit down and take una, then put una between the legs. Then they fight about una how the leg. Take una, put una under the armpit. The gas una how the leg. How long we go sit down? A few, they misuse we. Then we sit down, God day. Bo, una no get bog, we don't eat una brain and still they alive. Tim the man say muno kalke muno monger. That is Uda roast monkey, na monkey they show it eat. How long then go the roast una? And now the person where they roast una. Not when they go find the firewood. Now you where they can't kill, they go find you firewood for them they can't kill you and roast you.
Yes.
You know, it is just too crazy. For like somebody like Fatmata, the Yuzuna, you know, wasn't like that kind of. Now them where them get an opportunity, people that will not qualify for day na place where they day. This is what they do. They misuse others. That is what they do. Because they say, when you get power, you use them in a way for improve the people lifestyle, transform people in lives. But when our expectations, when I get for certain people in the society, it's all wrong. I don't care how you train dog, no matter how you train dog no go ever eat with fork and knife. The nearest pampers where he see go dog him out today because dog be don't make a conscious decision, say, mortal man toilet na ice cream, na vanilla. He go eat, I go dog him out today. That's what dogs will do. If una go take dog them, una put them in a place where mortal man for day, then una expect them for do mortal man behavior. That is crazy. It's like one wise man say, no matter how you train monkey, you put banana, you put money. The monkey go always take banana and left money. Because you know no money value. Now banana, na him, isabi, mortal man can only give you what they know. Then jackass they are now waiting and know then they give una. And una self know waiting and know. You see, when you give woman natai the fly stone, and this is what they're doing, you guys now. When you then hear somebody where they fry stone with natai, you be in neighbor. It go frustrate you, you know, with waiting he gets to an extent, you go commit suicide. When I see how they behave to una now, then say colloquium. Not to meeting again, no. Now when they read them, they talk about estate where they go buy. Then they live in a public estate. They don't learn that, but let them go to their own country. Go transfer that knowledge. They say, we don't live in a social housing. Then we can provide social housing for we people. No. When they get an estate, then go build in Gambia exclusively for themselves. Everything about them is exclusive. Exclusive. That is to themselves, to themselves.
Mr. Ture.
Enjoy. Now we no more. We not made
Mr.
of flesh and blood.
Mr. Ture.
Yes, sir. Come inside, sir.
The SLPP, as it is, did not clearly win the last election. The SLPP, as it is, does not have the mandate and the legitimacy. But they have received it through certain covert methods or channels.
Yes, sir.
You see, if we are blaming what is happening now, we get for us certain pertinent questions. And whoever does not think about asking those questions is not fit to be a Sierra Leonean. You are fit to be somebody assuming you were born in Sierra Leone, or you are assuming you are living in Sierra Leone. Because being a Sierra Leonean, you therefore put the interests of the state first.
Yep.
You therefore put the interests of the constitution first. If a government not clearly win an election, don't then get a two-party connivance, then say, oh, they go make tripartite. Then go make tripartite. Now that will be Gary all kind of Nancy story about who did what. And where is it coming from? From the party we're supposed to be the main protector. Because in any country, when a group of people are in governance, the nearest party will get the strength to that party where they're in governance. Now then duty for get a shadow government for protect the interests of the people and for ensure say excesses not take place. A lot of things have gone wrong in Sierra Leone between 2023 and now. Where is the opposition, All People's Congress Party? Why are they not saying what should be said? After the 2018 elections, we saw what happened in the parliament for the election of a speaker. And it is clear in the Constitution of Sierra Leone, Section 108, that any vote that requires a 2/3 majority has to be a vote of members of parliament. A vote of members of parliament. Members of parliament according to that statement. Because when they do interpretation of the law, the first level of interpretation are the semantics of the statement. I would not say I'm an Englishman, but I'm qualified and I taught the English language for 13 years. So interpreting English statements is not a problem for me. Okay? 2/3 majority requires a vote of all of members of parliament. There is no word they are saying, vote of those present in the well of parliament. On that fateful day, somebody creates confusion, they remove some members of parliament. Why did the APC continue to stay in the well of parliament for making that vote they go through? They all been for walkout. And then take a constitutional case, say, the vote say members of parliament who were not there. We don't see they don't use them back on the Auditor General's voting.
You go.
But they come, sir, they come.
I'm just going to ask you one quick question.
Yes, sir.
You go say the paramount chief then MP.
Now left down the first, now clear this first, step by step. I'm coming to that.
All right. That's a good question now and then. People for know.
The parliamentarians, where they represent the All People's Congress Party, are they people ignorant of law? If they are ignorant of law, don't we have lawyers in the All People's Congress Party who have the capacity to interpret that clause? Why is the party quiet about the abuse of that law, that clause, or that section? Why? If there is no connivance between some members of the party and the ruling party. We don't hear any evidences of that. Especially so, the recent one who was Assistant Secretary General will resign. Even though in reason we give for resignation is for him to be able to be a potential flag bearer, but he came out with certain facts. Wait till we clearly say there is a level of connivance. Now you raise a question about the paramount chiefs. The paramount chiefs, by their traditional status, they should not be members of parliament. They should belong to a separate body. And they should have duties as arbitrators, not as politicians. But that is a topic for another day. Today, we are looking at the collusion between the All People's Congress Party and the Sierra Leone People's Party for create an oligarchy. The question here is, why do they want an oligarchy? Is it a coincidence that we see what in the happen with Koidu Holdings? Is it not part of the steps of the oligarchy to gain control? Recently, we saw a Sierra Leonean company taking over Sierra Rutile. Have we done forensic auditing to see where the money came from? Are we not seeing the same collusion towards a Sierra Leonean company, quote and unquote, taking over Koidu Holdings? Don't we have reasonable ground to come with that hypothesis? Now that we have drug money in Sierra Leone, Sierra Leoneans need for pay attention. We need for pay attention. We need for pay attention.
You know,
And let me just finish this.
yeah.
Some days ago, we read about the APC and SLPP coming to approach the British that everything is all right in Sierra Leone. As we speak, the chief minister is in London. Today, we see picture of him with the Secretary for African Affairs. Today, we hear back say APC, they do a press conference. On what? What are they saying? After you've kept quiet for a long time and a lot of things have gone wrong, a clerk of parliament who is a public servant had done something that qualifies as act of corruption. You never said a word. That clerk of parliament came public to talk about something that is treasonable, how he manipulated an election in parliament. You never said a word. What are we saying today? What are we saying? Who is fooling who in Sierra Leone? And one thing I want to we get clear, the trajectory where Sierra Leone will begin take, if we continue like this, in 2028, there's not going to be an election. It's going to be a selection. Other than want nine they go. Whether you are APC or SLPP, if they want you, then they go there. Because the oligarchy, by then, go don't take control of most of the mineral resources. Whatever is happening in Sierra Leone now is about control of resources. Do we even know The benefits we Sierra Leone go get from the offshore oil. There is oil offshore in Sierra Leone. Are we sure we are in control of that resource anymore? Has it not been sold to covert foreign interests? Are these foreign interests not working in collusion with whatever is happening in Sierra Leone today? We sit on the alive, Fatima don't fatten a public. Madam, you don't get on belly. We get for pay attention. What in the bin as Sierra Leone bigger than what you they talk. Over to you, sir.
You know, you talk about some key issues then where they write before we. But I don't know whether across here we get or we get again or we hide it.
Well, until blind.
Because when they talk about MP then, it just make I be take some notes them. I go read them. Let people know if what I read, FIBA like what we call MP then as Sierra Leone. You see, me man, I dey come back to this thing here. What the people they do? Una roof they on fire. Una don't know say the political class they are rotting. Una still keep them there. Una still keep them there. Now this one can England. What he can in England? With all this thing where happen in Sierra Leone, the English they not do nothing. They see don't like they know they. Now the American they hear. You know they hear them. We go now down in streets. I am one of those people that went there. Go present a letter. Go complain. With a shout SOS. We go back now the Commonwealth. Nothing. They don't say nothing. They don't do nothing. Then now this come to them. The people them, we constantly they extract. Where the benefit. So they don't come to them go daddy them. Would they tell una for say we not get independence and new colonialism and they happen right before now. And Kwame Nkrumah be 1 week. So we can't pull in the we can't make say we get independence. If we not be careful, waiting go unfold next. It go worse past colonialism. And now we depart. And now
that's what I headed for.
Yes. Look, what in I say about members of parliament. In Sierra Leone, members of parliament, MPs, have several key duties, including representing their constituencies, participating in legislative processes, scrutinizing the government's budget, and exercising oversight functions. They also contribute to lawmaking and engage in policy debates, ensuring the government is accountable to the people. Here are more detailed look at their duties. MPs are expected to represent their constituencies and act in the best interest. Act in their best interest, not their interest, the best
personal interest. Make it clear.
Yes.
Act in the best interest of the people.
Of the people, yes. This includes advocating for their needs and concerns within parliament and serving as a link between the government and the people. When would they tell you for say sovereignty belongs to the people? And then they tell you so the people are the center. The center of gravity in any society are the people. Now the people they use the vested interest. Place some power for now represent them. So when una there, now a privilege. And a privilege, it can be taken away from you at any time. It is not a right.
No, Sierra Leone a right too.
Privilege is not a right.
Sierra Leone is a right.
Because now privilege, now let's make the people then get right for scrutinize una, for critique una. So when they ask una question, una bound to answer because they are the bosses. Now Salone they talk for say, oh, the big guns them. Who make them big? They are servants. They are there to serve you. And then say their role. That is their representation. Then legislative role. MPs participate in legislative processes by debating and voting on bills, contributing to the creation of laws for the country. And then they create the law. How you they go take person way dirty? We don't know waiting about cleanliness for brook clothes and iron clothes for you. Man will not respect law. Man will not get moral values or ethical foundation in moral issues. You go put them for make laws them for una. Why una feel say that they call MP the honorable? Now people with exemplary character they should be. People where they mentor, where una go look at una say, wow, we are proud for them I represent. Then they say the other role, budget scrutiny. They are involved in reviewing the government's budget and allocating funds to different ministries and departments, ensuring responsible use of public funds. When I better read this back, budget scrutiny, MPs, they are involved in reviewing the government's budgets and allocating funds to different ministries and departments, ensuring responsible use of public funds. Would you read that they say that the thief money, then they buy estates there? MP then they, why they don't call emergency meeting immediately for scrutinize their information there? Then the other one will come, the other role, foresight. What's in our foresight? MPs exercise force oversight functions by scrutinizing government's activities, holding the executive branch accountable and investigating potential wrongdoings. Anytime where wrongdoing take place or potential, that is something where they anticipate say it's not good for the country. When I look far, when I see they come, when they act like a grass. Where grass see breeze they come, it able to way pass it map back.
You know how they call that, sir?
Yes, sir.
That is what is called preemptive outcome in human resource management.
Exactly.
One of the roles of the members of parliament. Now, for able to see what in they come.
Yes.
And say, let us prevent this.
Yes.
Let us get a set of people to work on this so we can get an answer. We're not going to lead we in that direction.
Exactly.
But are they doing it?
They say prevention is better than cure. You know the website.
Have we ever had a parliament that works on preventive, proactive measures?
No. Then they pass on board, they pass something to map.
Sierra Leone get for wake up. We get for wake up because God cannot come down to make Sierra Leone. 1. 2, we cannot afford the luxury of waiting for things to go very bad, then we go inside bush, begin cause trouble for ourselves.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, when we wait for that level, now me and you when at the grass, now they go suffer back.
Mm-hmm. Then look at
now,
this.
We gone. Now we then they brainwash. Then until we say una kill una self.
Mm-hmm.
That was exactly what happened in the RUF war.
Yeah.
And from the RUF war, the brainwashing will take place. Preaching anti-APC rhetorics to people in the southeast. Now I don't lead with today to this acute polarization and tribalization of politics.
Mm-hmm. Then look at this other role.
We get for wake up. Some of us are saying this not because we want public office. If I want to be selfish, I can shut up and watch things go bad. I not get nothing for gain and not get nothing for lose. With the can I have for talk to the people of Sierra Leone, let them wake up. Let them begin take them politicians to task. There are a few Sierra Leoneans who are well-meaning. Some of them are in Sierra Leone. But Sita Michael made a statement on Twitter where everybody for take into consideration. When she made that statement, one of them came after her telling her she was making rudeness. The man not even know say not na rudeness. He not fever the harata where they cause Lassa fever. If the woman say you na una sycophant, she is correct. Because the role of government na teamwork. The head of state is just the leader of a team. He has a team. Let me finish, sir. He has a team that should advise him. If the government in power, whether they are legitimate or not, if they mean to do good for Sierra Leone, they should be there to advise. Like, for example, from the time when this issue between Koidu Holdings and Fatima start, the Ministry of Labor and other specialized ministries were concerned with labor, safety, and human resource management in the country. Therefore, don't come on and advise and say, Madam, left this thing, now we handle them. Now, when you don't reach this proportion, then begin to make goodness all over the place. And you know, the mourn me, Mr. Toure?
Mm-hmm.
Sierra Leoneans are all over social media defending what cannot be defended. Added to that, we are happy to talk about Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso. With they praise them. Those sit down and they do nonsense now with backyard.
Well, then they compare and to and they compare Fatima to Ibrahim.
Solve your own problem. Left your neighbor like solving problem. Solve the problem now yours.
Some of the Sierra Leone they compare Fatima Bio to Ibrahim Traore. Then they compare Fatima Bio to Bondi Sanders. Then they compare Fatima Bio to that guy waiting I name within South Africa.
That Zulu man where they make all the noise.
Yes, you know, because you see, I mean, they talk about the role of parliament. I reached Nadisaya policy debate. They participate in debates on policy issues, contributing to the development of government policies and ensuring that government actions are in line with the public interest. Then they get a serious role. Then parliamentary life. They attend committee meetings, participate in plenary debates, and may travel to represent the parliament and country abroad. Then, Naya, they say it is principally responsible for making laws. The Sierra Leonean parliament consists of 149 members, of which 135 members are directly elected across the country, 16 districts, while the 14 paramount chiefs appointed from rural, they are not voted for. They are not elected. They should not vote in any legislative thing that country did. They're not supposed to take part by any vote where gets to do with things them for do with the people and activities we vote for them. Then gets their own domain. Then are paramount chiefs. Then are leaders of, you know, they are our moral guarantors. Then the how you call them, help with for maintain and uphold with culture and with tradition. That is their role. They're supposed to be politically neutral. They're not supposed to support any political party. When I take them, when I go put them there, we forget 135, when I go put 14 people in there where they balance the vote. Because then I sugar hand. Already mondo them, because you know, sometimes condo de mondo de. So any side way condo de, the paramount chief then they for mondo. We have to change these things.
Well, how can we change them?
How we go change them? First and foremost, we have to accept, see, the system wrong. In fact, we don't have a system. Then just they do as then they go. We have to change that. We have to try and develop a meritocratic society, a society where equal. And how we go do that? First,
how do you create a meritocratic society?
To start with, we have to give people position based on merit, not to based on their connection, who that they know, who that they sabi, which family they come out. What
is the measure of merit that we have in Sierra Leone?
Well, the reality is Both school get a good how they call them. They get a good motto, but unfortunately they don't use them. That motto they irrelevant everywhere else.
I want you to answer to my question. What is the measure of merit in any society? Is it academic qualification? Is it your network or your connections? Or is it based on established standards?
Now based on established standards.
Do we have those standards in
No, we
Syria?
don't.
Why don't we have them?
Because we're not a serious people. Because serious people, they go ask for them and then go make sure see it is followed like a fine-tooth comb.
Mister, we don't have to ask for standards. We don't have to. Every society has its standards based on its cultural, social, and political needs, for as long as those standards serve the general interest.
Of course, we don't talk about at the last meeting. What they talk about
is from Britain or America.
Certain words then they
not get poorer society. Britain and America not get bondo society. If you want to this, sir, because this is how we teach our people to get out of the rut they put themselves. If Britain and America, let me finish, sir, please. I'm teaching now.
No, you know what's Miller done. You just
what you are saying is not related to standards. It's related to what
I was talking. I have not finished, but you can take it now.
Right.
What I'm saying is, if you get standard, whichever standard, people therefore make sure see the standard is followed, and that role they not to just police, and they come not to just police a role, not to just judge a role. Every individual in the society has that responsibility. It is collective. Because we language them where we get now we country, then get words them. Where should say we get standard, just like you put up. What if the man say Muslim? That means just in a sacrilege. What's in a sacrilege? Now something where the society not accept, something where the society frown against. We get them.
Do we have the equivalent in the other languages?
Yes, every language gets them.
Why don't we have a cultural commission to examine those things and establish an ethical standard?
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. Nemeka always talk for say, it is our all responsibility, and we they fail because we don't talk about this oligarchy. Yes, now a few people, but we are the majority. How can we sit there? We allow them people here for abuse we the way when they abuse we.
You want an answer to that, Mr. Ture?
Please come inside.
We are allowing it because we have allowed brainwashing in Sierra Leone. 90 or 95% of Sierra Leoneans believe in that British trash that we call governance. 90 or 95% of us believe that the white man is better than us, so whatever the white man says and does is what is correct. That is why we love to run from our country to come and sit as working slaves in the white man's country. Today I'm taking a Pan-Africanist stance. And my own Pan-Africanism is not preaching hate, it's preaching awareness. Until we decolonize our mentality, which Bob Marley sang in 1980 at the stadium in Snakes Park, Harare, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Madabio is succeeding because Sierra Leoneans are still entrapped in mental slavery.
You know,
that's an aspect of mental slavery. For somebody to tell you, because we are all the same, I can do any wrong, you have to support me. You are still a mental slave. You don't have freedom of conscience. If we're talking about freedom of conscience, let us stop blaming Europeans. Let us look within us and see what we are not doing right in Sierra Leone.
Me daddy say, if you not do nothing, don't expect anything. Now, all man, they come out to talk about Traore is doing something. You not just sit there, they allow them, they throw debt at him. No! He said no. And it's so funny. But man get no. Tim the man says, Kashiringa, Solaire. Men the man say, Moi Luma.
What in the Limba man say?
The Limba man say, the Limba man say, he say, Yamita.
Well.
Loco man say, Geopote.
What is so?
So man say, Mahu Motima.
You see, if we really mean for make Sierra Leone, we have to take a different look, mental look at Sierra Leone. Because for 64 years, we don't use a method we no work. And now we also make a culture that everybody is talking about international partners, international moral guarantors. Are we children in Sierra Leone?
Me daddy, do you, as you talk there, I not cut you word. Do you tell me today waiting a partner? Now person where you dependent on a person where una equal. Do you explain to me?
All too for make equal contribution to our welfare.
So how we go be partner? Where we elections and the hip couple for we for country young people who can't do them, pass then give we money for do them. We na parasite.
Then we will not get money. We grab go take drug lords and bring them our country.
That you win a parasite. How we forget about that?
It's parasitic.
They say
if
you cannot
allow people for can sell drugs or pass drugs through a country, it tells you get the mentality of a parasite.
You know what I tell we say? The wise man say you cannot bite the finger that feeds you. If the man ain't they pay for your elections, the man now in they give you vaccine. The vaccine they can give you mostly na population control. Where you not get a SLPP. But you the gladdy say you not a partner. The good way they do for you, in the benefits, pass out the benefits, because with man, we native people that will not go school. When you dream with man, early morning they do Bankada Masara. Because the biggest Japan are with man.
They start to
If we don't know that's not Salon 30 days, Salon money pass up and down. International community, not do this. International community, all they are interested in now for extract. They don't care about our welfare, they don't care about our well-being. You know, when you see the Ghana in our society, oh, now we can't civilize Africa. They're not civilized. If they put train, what did they put in the train? Now for the cargo, for go to the port, for ship, then go out. They're not making them train then for we. You know, see the train where they get now, when they pass, for go to the port. The cabin can pass 100 cabin when they drop for cargo. And with people in the climate,
they ended and say they run past 14 for the right now.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. We get parliament. Now, parliament for ask question. Waiting go on for that man in business. You talk about the Minister of Labour. How come parliament not call a meeting for know what's going on? What is the parliament doing? We get parliament. They say Fatima don't go buy estates them. Plenty estates. Africanist press now break down the enormous amount of money we don't lost now with treasury. Parliament, what are you doing? Where is the oversight? Why are you not calling the anti-corruption person? The anti-corruption person with the talk was say he gets power like MP. No! He can be summoned in parliament and ask questions for making answer them. Parliament is powerful, but it can only be powerful if you put people in there who are credible. People in there who get integrity. People in there who get moral standard. People that will get the gravitas where necessary for the MP. They will not just tell us to call people.
How can we create those people?
Papa will not go just they're not go just tell we for call people them or then call people them honorable if they're not getting
title. How do we create Sierra Leoneans who have the ethical and moral currency to represent their fellow Sierra Leoneans. That's a task for Sierra Leone.
Of course.
And it's the most important task than all the slush we talk on social media. We can continue to talk until thy kingdom come. Nothing will change. If we don't sit down together and look at how do we establish ethical and moral standards that will work for every Sierra Leonean, nothing will ever change in that country. A few people will always misuse the country.
I want to say something controversial now. One of we guests them, I think in name Star, he say APC team SLPP Mende, and they are the largest tribe, and as long as the two tribes continue to vote on tribal lines, Salone will continue to be useless. Me brother or sister, because when you say star, I don't know if you're a man or woman, so I go say me brother or sister. This is one of the areas where they get it wrong. You see, then they make who they believe things them way not correct. Sierra Leone team and the men, they're not only the largest tribe. The largest tribe now Sierra Leone, who are not they talk about it, and they call them Madingo. Huge percentage of the Mende and the team they are Madingo there. Hey, Kamara na Madingo. Sise na Madingo. Ture na Madingo. Koroma na Madingo. Sanko na Madingo. How you call them?
Kane.
All na Madingo. Na Sierra Leone, they're not plenty. Na Tula, Bela,
Tolly,
Tolly, and they all come out from the Rokel Basin. You go back na the south, Kalong, na Manika, Kane, na Manika, Kone, na Manika, how they call them? Kaloko, na the same family, na the same people. All them 4 people, and they are the same blood, the same family. Then you talk about Sila. Then Sila, the way they mean they like. Now Madingo. Now the south, they get Kamara, then they get Sise, they're all Madingos. Sierra Leone, we get Conte, now Madingo.
Bangura.
So we get something called Madingofication. The Madingofication of Sierra Leone. Until we understand that context, then we'll not get a clue who we are. And even with language, it's full of Madingo. Borrowed Madingo words. All with languages in Sierra Leone.
Let me ask you.
Yes, sir.
In Mende, how do you call something where they give you the chance for do something?
Arsike.
No, the person. The person
Sababu.
where
Sabu mia. Yes, Sabu mia.
How do you say that in Timini?
Sababu. Sabu mi.
How do you say it in Limba?
Sabu.
You see, I mean, they make a point this Noah say, until we decolonize with mentality, until we emancipate from mental slavery, things will continue as they are. Because the Sierra Leonean is far removed from the realities of who they are. Then, the worst thing what happen to we, some of us who consider ourselves to be educated, now we just sell with birthright for cocoa.
It's really crazy. Like when my sister say Naya or my brother say Naya, the biggest tribe na Minde and Timni. It is not true.
The biggest languages may be they are Mende, Timni, and Creole. In fact, Creole is the biggest language spoken in
Language spoken. Now a business language now. And so
Yes.
is Mende.
So is Mende. So is Timni.
But a bulk number of the Sierra Leonean identity and indigene na Madingo ya.
Even with the one they call Creole, if we do a national DNA test, now 2 DNAs they prop up in Sierra Leone, Fulani and Madingo.
But now what the way you talk so, them asako de na Mindila na Fulade. Kai de na Fulade.
When you come to the north, the people who call themselves Bundu, they are Fulas. Most of the Sises and the Kanu, na the north, na Fulade.
Na Fulade. Then you get Bunduka back na the south.
Na Fula.
Na Fulade.
You get them at the east.
You get in Jah. Now Mandela, you get in Jah. Now Fulade. And Jah, they get ruling house.
You
So
get Jah.
they get ruling house.
You get Jah na Pujo.
And Uda na Jah. Jah na him na the one where we lead the Mende uprising. Whether be the sequel of the Hot Tax War. They call him Momo Jah.
In fact, in name na Muhammad Jah. But when they not able to call his name properly, then say Momo.
You see, there are certain things then they way. Me when they talk now, so I not do history. The history what I do from 1 to from 3, Napoleon Bonaparte, American War of Independence, the 13 original American colonies, the Boston Tea Party, things that will not get any value to me. All waiting at some people say, I mean, learn for myself.
All that in the way answer have been part of the colonization process.
Exactly. So make nobody not lie to anybody say Timni then are they plenty. No. The largest spoken language in Sierra Leone, not Timni, Mende, and Creole.
Yes.
But the root of 70% of Sierra Leonean and Amanikade.
In fact, it go beyond 70%.
Well, I just try for be modest.
Go beyond 70%. The people in Sierra Leone who don't have, well, maybe intermarriage don't mix now, but originally, the people in Sierra Leone who don't have connection with the Madingos, they're not even reach 10%. They're not reach 10%.
Already, Sise na Guinea, Sise na Sierra Leone, Sise na Liberia, Sise na Ivory Coast, Sise na Gambia, Sise na Mali, Sise na Senegal. They are the same family, the same ancestry. Touré na Sierra Leone, Touré na Guinea, Touré na Senegal, Touré na Mali, Touré na Gambia, Touré na Senegal, Touré across West Africa, na the same family. Koroma across Africa, na the same family. It's so funny. Even the towns then what we get, they replicate now all the places they follow will not say the same indigene. Then get Madina na Guinea, then get Madina na Sierra Leone, then get Madina na Liberia. Then get Sumbuya na Guinea, then get Sumbuya na Sierra Leone, then get na Liberia. Then get Koya, then get na Liberia.
In Sierra Leone, every district gets a place we call Sumbuya.
Exactly.
Every district.
Exactly. Sumbuya, yeah.
You know, so,
every district.
So these are all the things where we get for make sure we people them. If you not say you not limba, you not say you not timni, you not the same family, you not the different people there, you not blood. If you not Touré, like there are Touré them we come on na Rukupur na Gambia. There are other Tourés that we come out na Madina, na Tonko Limba. Na the same family.
Na language is them, not to the ethnicity. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You are the guest?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Very critical today. Welcome, my brother.
Gets Mr. Imran so much. Most times now I'm not can get much work.
You they get auntie there?
I get a small, it is far.
Okay, wait, let me.
But brother, when they talk to Sankara. Sankara then a Sanko them. Sankara are the same people.
It is far.
Not the same people.
Yes,
We will not deal with self, we will not mix up with self. We are one family, one big family. We have more that unites us than divides us.
I get and I know people get them on. I don't.
In Sierra Leone, we get Muslim them where the prophet where they revere, where they respect. He give them a last message before God call up. He talk for say, make una stand up for what is right.
Okay.
You know,
all you said, Sankara, they revive.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I don't put her. Yeah, I don't put her off now, Steph. Yeah,
the prophet talk and clear. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He say, not allow let them abuse you. Neither you not abuse nobody.
Yeah, they get her now. They get her now.
He said,
you talk, but not allow me to abuse you.
You know, So we sit down and they abuse we, then they use we your fats, they fry we. We sit down there.
Mr. Toure,
Yes, Daddy.
we get for face certain realities. And what are those realities? Those of us who claim to be educated should begin to behave better in Sierra Leone. When they misbehave,
Too much.
the few when they behave properly, when they talk, we want for run after them. Me, I want a person come after me. Like Umar Napoleon Koroma, you are invited. Bring it on. Because Basitsa say people are sycophants, you say now rudeness. Who are you to determine what is rude and what is not rude?
Well,
And where comes, let me finish. Where in the English language is an adjective, a word that conveys rudeness. The word sycophant is an adjective. My friend, if you want to be taught English, come to me, I'll teach you.
Well, me, they can teach you and Creole and English join together. Sycophants na possible in the belle. Sycophants na sugar.
Let me finish, sir.
Okay.
I teach some people them who are all in the same class now. And of course, you know me. Your boss, Anthony Brewer, was my closest friend. When I get from behave on herself in a salon, this thing has gone too far.
Too much.
People thinking they own Sierra Leone because they have been loaned power. One thing where the one dictum say, power and money, they not make anybody better. They only show you two characters to the world. Look at Openwear, former president of Liberia. Today I see something they circulate on social media. They dance with him people then. That guy has money. Whether he was president or not, he made money before he went into the presidency as a footballer. But he's a modest man. What is so big that you people should not be modest with the people who elected you, if you were ever elected? Hey, now we all prepared and die left country. Give we how not try behave on ourselves. This nonsense has gone too far. Come in, sir.
I can come in, yes. Maybe just 5 or 10 minutes because they listen to Nabag because the program today very rich and we don't they look at many things them way all na reality they what they happen in Sierra Leone. Because also na put here the political oligarchy isn't a conspiracy theory, it's a live reality. And this reality, then the problem we don't get today now this APC and SLPP. And just like where that person will be try for talk say, they talk about ethnicity, if you for talk about the language, where would they talk? In a way, you check now the north, would they see say now plenty people they talk Temne. This Temne, because of the language Temne, the Limba, the locals, and some of the Sosos, even the Bulums, where I be seeing this year now. I think we had a common talk.
We had.
One Mr. Yes, you are
no, come on talk about, yesterday.
Come on talk, yes. We're trying to bring about in language. So we don't know all them things there. And I make sometimes if I know the camp and then program there, yeah, love they sensitize and conscientize yourself. You see, the issue of Sierra Leone, you can always they talk and pajalo. Now they go on the individuals, now they look at the issues. When you look at the issues, we're able to resolve the problems of Sierra Leone. But many Sierra Leoneans, would they check on the individuals, we don't check on the issues. I make we don't they feel up to this time today. For example, if we don't mine diamond for 95 years, we don't even get a pen. We for sure say now this pen we don't profit. Now in don't they as a symbol for where they signify say now this we don't get because of this diamond we don't get at this country. What a shame for we as a people. Now let's see how we're supposed for they come together. We all sit down, we discuss, then we find solutions to this problem. But Sierra Leoneans, as one person come, then they go against the person and they go against other people. These two political parties, this clash, we don't form by the ordinary people. Now we problem. How they solve this problem now? We need to find a solution. It's APC and SLPP.
We have the solution. We have the solution. You know what the solution?
No, sir.
Then tactics of intimidation and fear mongering now not for allow. Two, we for use the social media for tell the people of Sierra Leone the truth. And some of we don't ready, let them bring them sycophants, them bien boyjalo for cancosam. I mean everything go na the course. And the more na course na the more I go they talk with you na no hearing. Because I know they will begin to come after us.
But the people are not conscientized, Bajalo. The people are not conscientized.
Well, that's our duty to do, and that's why some of us are here talking now.
Yeah, we are
and
talking,
we
but
want
for how long?
Some of them, it will take time. What thing don't build over 60 almost years, they change overnight, Sankara.
I know, sir. Yes, sir. That is true.
Bajalo. It's a concerted effort. Some of them, how they do so, they'll begin translate them into the national languages that people they hear. Because what he make them few crooks here they succeed, now because they keep people there in dark. Then the other two they make them succeed. When they don't thief the state money, then they change few of them, then go shave and give the people them. Now I make all 10 and then at their mosque, they give rest and other thing.
Very good. Very good. Now area I don't church so.
Then at the church, they give gifts.
Yes.
So they buy loyalty from the people.
Yeah, the religious aspect now don't destroy Africa as a whole, Sierra Leone in particular. If I could remember, one of we great grandfathers or we fathers of Africa been say, the founding father of Kenya, Jomo Kenyatta, or Uhuru Kenyatta's father, he say when the white man come, they say, "Let us close our eyes and pray. Then give you the Bible and take we land." I will read that statement today, but later on, with this internet, can I get for no say now the land issue make the people have been put before wherever they fight.
Yeah,
and today, the same issue, the Mao. Now, this same problem would they undergo today. So, how would they able to fight this problem now? I think say we safe. When they try for conscientize to people, for try for find some tangible solutions to these problems.
There are going to be solutions. There are going to be solutions. Sir. The solution is not only talking. Behind the scene, we therefore begin look at what interventions we can do for make people then begin a certain level of livelihood.
Yes.
If a government cannot create hospitals, let us find a way for our people to begin to get hospitals.
This is my intake, Pajalo. This is my intake. The people can't get food, and food are the best medicine. If they can't get food, what are we to do? Especially we waiting at the diaspora.
We don't need for the go shape bag rest. We need for find a way.
Very good.
Let the people then work for themselves and grow their own food.
Exactly. Now this because me, I don't believe in this charity. When you see that aid where America they close, are so happy about it. Let we find solutions now. Let we begin create something for people and for work for themselves, for get what children they eat.
And at the same time, let give them the correct education. Let them know
education.
What do they do for them, not to gift. Then for all our with one and build up themselves.
Very
because
good.
The other side about the story, there are several people who have made attempt to create those projects. After 1, 2, 3 years, the project died down because the people are not committed.
Exactly.
So for create the framework for the people for be committed.
Yes, and we can talk about insincerity, incredibility, and they create distrust. All them we need for conscientize and sensitize to people.
We are going to do that. It will take time. But it's the best option out than we sit down, we wait for somebody come, for can misuse of people them, take them at the bush, make them start another war. We don't want that anymore in Sierra Leone.
Absolutely no.
So anybody where they before not they behaving self, would they tell you say they misbehave? If he hurt you, bang your head in a wall.
Well, me one of my suggestions. Now we get the Mano River Union. Now been 3 countries. Sierra Leone former he called Guinea, then called Liberia. Now Ivory Coast don't come during Ernest Bai Koroma time. If we see say one of them 4 countries there gets democracy, if the country who born, it not be democratic because today now say they go implement something as Sierra Leone or 4 or 5 of they go implement as Sierra Leone. Are they going to allow us because we are not properly democratic? The election we then conduct last 2 years, almost 2 years. The democratic, we don't see what will happen. If we can do something in Liberia, Sierra Leoneans can go there and work. Why can't we find solutions? Sir?
That's an option. That's an option. There are several options. We go look at as time they go on.
Sir.
But it's nonsense for stop.
Exactly.
You know, all of the talk this now. All of the talk this now. Not talk.
I know say people and they will listen to me right now. We plenty. Would I go get mind for go introduce something at Sierra Leone? Wait until we go now other thing because look like this lady when I think I've been minister of minister of justice or whatever. Say they try for talk on this MSC fancy. Somebody will come, he feels saying an insult to them. Before he try for digest what this lady has said, he say, come, let's sit down and discuss for find solutions to a problem. He can't go against the lady.
I read them.
Yes, and this same lady, I remember the Chewe Mother Bio just kind of power, where he called her in Bitumani, I don't know Bitumani 3 or 4. Where if they try for bring some points them, the late president in West, Pakaba in West, where they are alive right now, they go against this same lady again. He didn't records on the social media. So how are we to make sure that we bring this country to one? We try for conscientize because we the educated elites, we are the sycophants, all of us, sometimes.
Well,
now that word day where you use so me brother, now we get for change now we must. We get for pull now we must because we not believe say anybody elite, we are all equal. Every human being, and not care whose degree you get, whose kind of qualification you get, you're not better than anybody else. You know, when I talk about rest, I hear what you wanna say, but there is something fundamental with Salon people and get for land. You see, for the go church and for go mass lassie, for just the sake for letting count you amongst the number, it is a waste of time. Jesus way with a fella in Matthew 4:4. He said, man cannot live on bread alone. You need more than rest for life. So a lot of people have to know that. Not to rest, no more to sustain you. You need other sustenance. You need spiritual, financial, social, different kind of things than what you need. You're not going to just eat, rest, no more. You know what, get water for drink. You need electricity. You need a decent society. We clean. And if you clean, now when I make and clean, the society know they clean itself. Now when I get for make and they clean. Now what you want, now in when I get for create for yourself now in society. But this business where people are just in that country today, so the man when they give them rest, they set them out. They give policeman one bag rest, he set him out. And then go allow Jew man come on Israel, he can't Sierra Leone. He give minister the all rest, then give a diamond, he can't go. You know, we got to change that mentality today. Life is not just about you, Bele. There are other things than what you need, were equally as important. Now that's make in Matthew 4:4, Jesus talk about man cannot live on bread alone. Life is not just about you, Bele.
A very pertinent issue this the try for talk about.
Yes.
Man does not live by bread alone. But and again, what are they try for say here? One of the ways when they abuse we in that country they are they see say sojaman one bag rest. policeman, one bagress. It's an abuse to the people of a
Now,
country.
insult, in fact.
Yeah, because we check the abuse. They say, "Muno kalikaye ke muno manger uda roast monkey na ine na him monkey they show it teeth."
Gentlemen,
Anybody will abuse you now, you give them permission. Now we give them permission. Now we allow them.
gentlemen.
Yes, sir. I hear you,
Now
sir.
we look at this thing rationally. Now we go a little back into history. Slave trade was officially abolished in Sierra Leone in 1928.
Yes.
We got independence in 1961. From 1928 to 1961, almost here. 30 almost here. In 30 years, do we expect...
It's around 33 years.
Yes. Do we expect a transformation of mentality? Then even after independence, we been get people them, and we still get people them where they use them company Sierra Leoneans as slaves.
Up to this time today.
So if you have people in government, who consider those not in government as slaves, are we surprised? If we get for change Sierra Leone, we get forget a lot of tolerance. We for understand the depth of the problem, and we get forget to people and for understand say the days of slavery are over.
Over. Very good.
We are now looking at all of us being equals. Then say for take responsibility for this equality for happen. Not to any Jack and Tom because he don't go learn Congo 4 book where he not sabi about in culture. They can't tell you say na so for do this, na so for do that. He say yes, P. Then he come in Golo. Yeah. We have a lot of work to do to educate our people. And educating our people demands patience and tolerance.
And the situation is critical sometimes. Then I see many a time with the attack personality, not the issues. And if we continue for this person don't do bad. Yes. He don't do bad. He don't do the worst in life. But sometimes psychologically and philosophically, if this person they can create an avenue for correct certain issues, we therefore check on the issue on at hand rather than the person himself or herself. Are we doing this as a people in Sierra Leone?
You know why? You know why we know they do that? It come back to 1961. We didn't change the guard. Pull the white colonialists and represent them with the black colonialists. The black colonialists, if they were real people, them wait first for independence, then for be dismantle the white colonial enterprise in totality.
They could not have, sir.
At the come. But they didn't. You see, when the British be there, we were never citizens. We were subjects. And when you're not subject, that you are subjugated to somebody else. You're not servant. You're not third party. So we were subjects. We were never citizens. Well, now we brought out the way Kaka take over for them. That is the mentality. They don't see we as citizens. And that this thing, and a lot of people not able to understand. Just because the one that will be there, they see we as subjects, they are still looking at us as subjects. And we are not subjects. We are meant to be citizens.
And they cannot change that until we bring it to the public,
That
Mr.
is exactly what I'm saying. Until we agree, say, this is the case, and I go tell anybody, I go challenge any academic, say, this is the problem. Because you see the British, even the young population in England, what they are, even the young people, and they lie to them. The ruling class in England, not they treat people them like how politicians in Norway, they teach people in Norway. How politicians they treat people them in Scandinavia. No. The British culture, they not see anybody when not belong to the aristocrats, when not belong to the ruling. In fact, them believe say, for you for they up there, you have to be born inside it. Class.
That is the social lie that has been told to in every capitalistic society.
Yes.
Because the only way they will maintain capitalism, Mr. Toure. And now we look at the country. Now we look at the country with a critical eye. Those people who were given independence to start what we call Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone?
Were these people really educated, or were they just spoon-fed?
No, they schooled. They are schooled.
They were schooled and spoon-fed and brainwashed.
Exactly.
It was in Sierra Leone that people used to
they
say
were not educated. They were not educated.
Things coming from England. Things coming from England. I had it myself. This is from home. Who told you England is your home?
Who minded England?
That banana open they come up and them.
I didn't say you. I didn't say you.
They come up. England is your home.
That banana open they come up and them. We not value them. That breadfruit open they come up burnt with that coconut oil. We not value them. That rest open they come up wala and mambolo. We not value them. But we value anything they pull from England. This is from home.
Packet.
Yes.
When I have to make a tell say, if you put monkey in here, you put banana, you put diamond. If they take the banana, I left the diamond. Now he's
What am I saying? Yes, yes. What am I saying? What am I saying here, gentlemen? Until we reverse the brainwash process, those who go into politics will never behave themselves. They are going to continue to misbehave. Because the minute they reach there, that sense of how you get that word the way you use, Mr. Toure. Your sense of being entitled.
That
entitlement. I am here now. I am the king.
Yes.
It is only in Sierra Leone that you employ somebody, you make him chief clerk in an office, say supervise all the other people them. We call meeting with juniors. The first word where they come on I mot. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are coming to discuss about how we are going to make things happen in my administration. Who told you it's your administration?
Yes. It's your administration. Your administration doesn't belong to one person.
You are just a keeper. You are just there temporarily for keeper, for the interest of the people. Everything what you do, what you do in the public is about the interest of the people. It's never about you. It's never about anybody. It's all about the people. Always about the people.
And do ya una listen to una politicians then? This word, my administration, my government.
My government.
That's what we keep saying all the time.
Yes, all the time. Now,
you know why?
My government.
You know why? Then get the British mentality. The British in Sierra Leone did not have a government. They had a private enterprise running Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
And that private enterprise was only concerned about how much resources they can take out of Sierra Leone. As a matter of fact, that was why they built the railway. They're not building that railway for the benefit of Sierra Leone. Now, how much resources then go take away?
I'm going to use the right word now for the cargo.
Yes.
So now that we are in control for ourselves, when you put somebody up there, they look at politics and governance as a privatized business. Almost able to make dinner. That's why even the politicians and the political parties, the nearest and best word they get, now we turn for it.
You don't let one year. I'm not the people embark, they get one word and they use. Yeah, Pajalo, that position would they get mass.
themselves and forget about the people that they get the right for provide
You know, we are in
necessities,
total
which
crisis.
we are not doing as politicians.
All the things that when they happen way wrong, then they happen because the people they accept them. Until the people say no, say Basheng is so. Because it's in the man, they make it clear. The only thing where every person, Papa, they tell you, with society, we get certain rules them what will not even not say exist. There are certain rules them where public interest paramount over everything else now with native culture. Like for instance, if somebody they act very immorally now a public space, that the only thing that where a citizen get the rights for Kashirko or Kashimu, that it fine you on behalf of.
There we go, one.
It fine because of the society decency. They call them people Kashirko. That is on behalf of the chief. I don't find them. You know for cost public. You don't cost
the mandate people and say get similar thing.
You see,
so people and get similar thing. But where did we fall that?
Exactly. How is it done now? We know the cashier nothing. Then they take you money, land where they be called, we nickname now the whole world where they sabi we for. Then call Ghana Gold Coast, then sabi them for gold. Sierra Leone know we for land of iron and diamonds. No country no get iron rich we, no country no get diamond rich we. But what thing we get for show for it today? Nothing. And then still demand diamond. Who said the diamond in the go?
You want an answer to that, sir?
Papa, fire.
But the people are not well informed. The people are
the information are the one thing.
Yes, but
the key factor about Sierra Leone is we don't have a mental image of that place called Sierra Leone.
That is it.
But anybody, allow make this point, sir. Anybody, they elect somebody, not because they want to work for Sierra Leone, then say, "Lao Pekin go fet for we." Let go fet for we. That is, he can go eat as much as he wants and can't shape to owner.
Yeah, now
Sierra Leone does not matter.
Yeah, because now because the people are not informed, almost now the percentage of educated elites will get Sierra Leone. Waiting, if me go to my village, I go all meeting, anything you tell me people then go accept them. I remember this gentleman, we don't pass away. I know he don't pass away. Achebe. Mm-hmm. He said, how do you think we can fight when our own brothers have turned against us? The white man is very clever. He came quietly and peaceably with his religion. We are amused at his foolishness and allow him to stay. Now, it is not the white man. It is the educated Sierra Leonean who come from the village. He is educated. He thinks he knows everything. He is coming to use his own people to control them, whatever he wants. This is the problem now.
This colonialism... not gonna say we mind them colonize.
Yes, sir.
Show me almost Sierra Leone and the Billios with dirty block.
Very,
that...
we don't talk about this over and over. It's not true.
We need to discuss. Yes, exactly.
Show me almost Sierra Leone and the Billios with dirty block. Norway, where are they? Up till this day, then they build their house traditionally. Then get houses, then are when a grass roof you get.
Thatch roofs, thatch houses.
And then houses then so expensive. It's not for people like us. I don't have the economy for that house.
You see?
You understand?
Because they maintain a culture. They respect the culture.
We molest everything about us. We go to cultures they won't understand.
Won't understand.
And when we go in a village, anything about we culture, people and they do, now first they condemn them. The one they order in a religion, then they tell people and they brainwash people and now say, anything will go wrong with you, Now you village people then cause her. They tell you mama born in a village, you know, eat you now. When you big money, they can't disturb you.
When you don't big, mama they go eat you. They go
But
with you.
you know what I find funny? All the religion and tell we for say, when person don't die, it done. You not for cry for person we die. You not for make sarah for person we die. Let's leave the dead to bury the dead. That's what the Bible says. But guess what? Jesus Christ don't die. We they call her every day. We they invite her in our house every day. Well, your grandpa when born you, when give you your DNA. You say you know they call him because he don't die. But Muhammad back, then they call her every day. They say Salalewa Salam. But then they call their own grandpa, then we born them, we give them DNA Salalewa Salam. You see, then say, you know, for cry for person who don't die, not for make sacrifice, not for do nothing. But every year they put sacrifice for Abraham. They say Don Kisali. You see, there is something about us that is wrong.
What is that they do?
You know what is wrong?
For Abraham.
You know what is wrong, gentlemen?
Yes. Hey, not for make 40 days. He ram, not for make 40 days, not for make 40 days. Hey, not for make 7 days. He wrong, he ram, la ilaha illallah. He not for do him. Christians have the talk for say, leave the dead to bury the dead. Not for waiting, not for do no nothing. But every day that they call Jesus in name na church.
You know,
Jesus don't die. The grandpa no born it.
They're very serious.
Mr. Ture.
They're very serious.
Mr. Ture, what you now they talk so? Now the effects of brainwashing. Now I make, like you always say, if some of the things that they happen as Sierra Leone, if they vex no more, we're not going to ever solve Sierra Leone problem. Because that man, what in he know now, the mortal man in brain, if he a computer. The computer, what you load there, now is sabi. You understand? If you have to change the computer in programs them, you get for delete certain things that way they upload, you load new one. You understand? That picking we born newly. Now a clean computer where they operate on an operating system.
Yes.
What in it they learn from your environment? What in it they observe from your environment? Now they become as an adult.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Nurture. Yeah.
You understand? So we are so deep in this thing that if we get for change we country, then program here what they do, we get for make sure say reach as many people as possible, and let we minimize the vexation. Only that when somebody can make rudeness, tell and say na rudeness. Like Napoleon, what he say on Twitter to that lady, na rudeness. The lady say, Madabio is surrounded by sycophants and people who don't tell him or advise him. She's very correct.
Yeah, she's correct.
And I get a lot of respect, admiration, and likeness for that girl. If we can get 50,
I not get liking for nobody, but when you see me, they tell you.
No, I'm talking about Basita, because she has been consistently coming out and speaking out when she needs to do so.
And why? You know why?
Intellectual and when they function, that's what they do.
And they come. Now we get this point clear. Now we left for mix up the point. God not partial.
Okay, sir.
God not partial. Basita was brought up properly. She was brought up in a home where fairness and fair play is part of the home upbringing.
And there's respect for humanity.
Yes.
And where she was brought
up.
Yes.
God is not unfair with us. So now we accepted them, bring most of we badly. Then bring we up badly. Now make we misbehave, will be adults.
Totally.
That's the hard fact we have to accept. And we can change them if we're ready for change them. It's a willing effort. Me when they talk, so there was a point I consider myself a Ferrari boy. Not talking now, all my area. But when I was ready, let me finish, sir. When I was ready to change, I made conscious efforts to change myself. Every Sierra Leonean can change themselves. Let's stop this bullshitting, blaming and cursing.
let us just put pan tap the rest we don't present with. The man in question, wetin he call himself? Napoleon. How colonial can you be past that? The man say name Napoleon in a French, in a be French governor. The man then sick.
Napoleon.
And do you know who Napoleon is?
Is Napoleon an African name?
If you know who than Napoleon, you not go want for be Napoleon. If you know who than Napoleon Bonaparte, you not go carry that name there. But what you see, no respect his ancestor. His ancestral name, he put under, he take Napoleon name. He carry and go put Qatar. He total.
So, our brothers, I don't know what is in their brain.
That they tell you the level of brainwashing where the man they suffer from.
They suffer from.
Now in the Chucky go kill him family. I never take.
Yes, now they go take Napoleon. Yeah.
Napoleon. When they drink that brandy, we don't check on he cause war. He go killing people.
He go killing people.
Napoleon. Napoleon Bonaparte. Now be a dictator. Now be a horrible man. You know? But this is the thing. Look the other one back. We call himself. What's it be call himself? I mean, wonder. What's in that name? What's in that boy we blind? Whose name he call himself? That boy we blind. How do they call him? Attila. Who is Attila? Attila na be the nastiest dog on Europe.
How blind man go be dog?
This
will anybody when they work out seek a nickname or false name, you take out the parade with them. It just say you not get ancestral value. Because if you respect your ancestor, that name they now a brand. Now a brand will say a lot about you, your indigenous self. I would not, now that make I can tell a lot of people, if you want for call me Toure, call me Mr. Toure, because it's not my name, not my ancestral name. Respect her, please. If you want call me Imran, I prefer person for call me Imran or Pafola. That's my name. But I don't want title in that. That is who I am. I am Imran. But I don't go say, Jalo, you deny. What you say, Jalo, you deny? You don't tell me grandpa, me great grandpa, me ancestral line, me lineage. That is what that name is for. And a lot of Sierra Leoneans don't know what that name is. Now that's make in those days the Yoruba, then they say boy Jalo, son of Pa Jalo Jamboria.
Well, we have that also in Sierra Leone, but we let it go. We let it go because we became brainwashed. If we get for make the country, we get for work on the brainwashing.
You didn't call yourself Napoleon. You don't qualify yourself. So you're not a dictator.
We get for work individually on each other. Some of us will give the advice, we go talk like how they talk so. But if people are not ready to change, nothing will change.
Well, that is it. Readiness, yeah. People don't get for be ready, an individual, even on anything where they do on earth. If the readiness is not the day, however the circumstance, the person not will change.
We get for be prepared for change in Sierra Leone. Because God is not on fear. Not so God cause we. Now we cause we self. Because we're not ready for the thing it take for me to go before. And another thing where the Sierra Leonean get for land. Because I say, we they struggle, we they suffer. Hey, life is made to struggle. Life is made to suffer. Life is a challenge. If you can't stand it, die. Go to heaven or go to hell. Whichever place you go, after you die, you get for go walk back. Because if you go heaven, you get for the sing Hallelujah or you read Al-Fatiha. Otherwise, they will you there.
Yes. The Sierra Leonean, like for praise, another person, he left himself, If you see that person with the peace, now see no a fully and fully hand for where he do what they do.
There are no more struggles people and they go through before them be side and they reach you side and be.
Now that's what he get
Burkina Faso.
Very
whatever
good.
is happening there today is not the creation of Ibrahim Traore.
No,
it's a process that started with Thomas Sankara. When the people came under oppression of Alassane, how do you call him? Blaise Compaoré. They never forgot where they started. As a matter of fact, Blaise Compaoré was a blessing for the people of Burkina Faso.
Exactly. Yes.
They developed a resistance when I in the payoff so today. In Sierra Leone, Julius Madabio is a blessing for Sierra Leone.
A blessing.
Yes, we on
It's a blessing for us. Julius Madabio a blessing. I always say this.
But you see, one thing with Sierra Leone and get for no, life is about decisions.
Yes.
You are as good as your decisions. If we sit down and depend, say, for let them give we, that is the decision what we make. We go ever live for be beggars. If we make a decision, say, we are going to excel, and we get for excel with the decisions we make, we go begin to make the decisions then. We go pay dividends to we say
exactly. And we don't need for cause and fight each other. We only need to get a common ground where we agree. Say, let us do it this way.
This is the major problem. How we able come forget this common ground? We all go agree.
Well, the problem would they try for solve Sankara.
This brainwashing now. These people.
Sankara.
Look like this thing. Yes, sir.
Now the problem would they try for solve so now I make some of food in social media. Not to popularity are there for now. Would I want to cost me mommy 7 time now?
Business. Yeah.
Now you business, I don't care. But you know they stop me for tell the people and the truth. You can't. You can't. And the other thing, you can't intimidate me. Because then go come after you, come after me. Why don't die? The few that will understand me message like Sankara, then go continue. And for every day Sankara talk, will they create more sensitive people then, and the process will continue. That was what.
Now, which one is Sankara? The one who gets Naya or the one way Burkina Faso?
When they killed Thomas Sankara in Burkina Faso, they felt they had thwarted the revolution. But the revolution continued to build up. Today, we they see the fruits, although yes, some of the things they say Ibrahim Traore don't do, na hype. Because the African, we sabi ourselves. They are overpraising the guy now, as if to say he's creating magic all over the place. That's another mentality we get for change.
Why Ghana different develop?
Ghana went through a period of hardship.
Yes.
Ghana, I went to Ghana in 1975 to get toothpaste in the morning. Toothpaste. When I toothpaste. First you go team up in a shop, then squeeze out, you pay 20 cedis. Then 10 days, you get lock soap in Ghana, you know money man.
Yes.
Because they be the cut and small for sale. So they look at Ghana. Sierra Leone, they will not lose hope. Sierra Leone is going to change. But all of us have to come on board. Let we change first what in the inside we hate.
Very good.
Let we understand what you need for understand. And let we not say, well, then a public office, not to property, a public property.
Yeah, a public property.
Let be careful.
Exactly.
Let be careful. I think say we don't do justice today. That will take a rest.
No problem, sir. Yes, sir. Now, just say one last word.
Yes, sir.
Where Batista say some people away surround Julius, the sycophants. If we be not ready for solve the problem, I for vex if been one of them, what I for do? I for call up.
You know what I say? You know what I say on the Twitter?
No, sir.
I say old women get uncomfortable when old bones are mentioned.
are mentioned. That is
If
it.
person
Good night.
can't cost me, say, boy, you know, basta picking. I don't say me not a basta picking. I don't
You know,
vex.
you know the vex, yeah.
I
They
dey laugh.
don't call the lady. Why do you say this? Shall we come together? Let us discuss. Why do you say this?
No, I don't feel to say in know the Michael family. Me where men are both town and men are Sewa Road. When you go up Sewa Road, you dey go to a place where they call Splendid. That I forgo Messima. The Michael family, they get a big mansion up the hill. Now a sober family, in fact, one of the uncle and a mere Ingo school na model Bo and Bruce Michael. Samil Kobasi them fumble to them people a day. And then we get a whole garage, even that under garage, now then get up. And then we get under garage.
Now they import under into Sierra Leone.
And then we import under. So now a very sober family.
The first under we can Sierra Leone now both them be the seller.
Yes. Then now one of the Lebanese family there we prominent when a Catholic them.
Then get
a
mixture between Lebanese and Irish actually.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a family I know. Maybe the young ones don't know me.
One of them, sister be married to one Pisco guy who they call Bob. Something Bob waiting, maybe the teacher, I think na CKC. Yeah. I know the family very well.
Okay, gentlemen, let's call it a day.
Okay, sir. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night. We fumble them. We join with today Maria, Star, and all we other usual members there. Muna, thank you for come aboard. But Abu Mansari, I know they hear you they talk. Them Mansari then allowed people them because Sabiuna na Senegal. But you know they talk.
Mansari from Holland.
I know.
Now, but they say something over Mansari.
I did drawing foot. I did drawing foot. Fode, thank you for coming. Mohammed Bangura, Delwin. On all, thank you. We will meet again on Monday. Thanks for being here.
What happens when truth becomes a tool, not a right? In Sierra Leone, confusion isn't just chaos. It's strategy. When leaders deny what you live, gaslight your reality, and rewrite the past, who really holds the power? Tonight on Truth Unmasked, we expose the tactics, we name the games, we decode the lies. Don't just believe what they tell you. Ask why they want you to believe.